Recording now. Okay. So I just want to go over a few like business related things before we hop on with our amazing guest speaker, Ashley, tonight that I'm so excited about. First of all, the Health Bet kicked off on Monday, but you actually have until this Sunday at midnight to enroll people. So you still have time to get people enrolled for them to start tracking to earn part of the, I believe I just read it was $2 million pot, not $3 million pot. Also, if you didn't know, because I didn't know this, I thought the All Access Challenge Pack was for good. It's actually only until, I thought the price was good until February 28th, but it's actually, Challenge Pack only exists as of now until February 28th. It's a limited time deal. And then after that, I guess Carl's going to see if he's going to keep it or go away with it. So if you have people who are interested in that All Access Challenge Pack, make sure you let them know that this is a limited time deal and it's not guaranteed that it's going to be sticking around. Shout out to a couple people on my team that already have some Success Club points on the board or that have already earned Success Club. Alex, big ups to you. Where's my girl, Alex? Woo, woo, woo. Alex already hit Success Club for the month. Way to go, girlfriend. And then Karina, Mary, Tabitha, Denise, and Laura all have some points on the board. So way to kick off the month nice and strong, ladies. Nice job. We found out this week, or I don't even know, last week, the Success Club trip is to Riviera Maya, Mexico for 2018. I am so excited. I've already registered, being that I'm a Success Club legend, so I cannot wait to go. General registration, if you qualified from Success Club points for last year, begins on January 19th. So if you don't know if you're on that list, if you go to your back office, Coach Online office, and you go to somewhere under Success Club, and then I think it's Success Club Recognition or something, and then it has a wait list of the first 5,000 people that are allowed to register. And then I believe after that, they're going to start opening up spots. So go on there and check to see if your name's on there. The only thing you have to pay at this time is a $300 deposit. And trust me, it's well worth it. What was it, last year? I ended up getting off the wait list, like, I think it was Melissa, a week before we went or 2 weeks before we went or something for the cruise. So you never know if you'll get on or not. And all you have to do is hit Success Club every month and basically your trip is paid for next year. So it's definitely well worth it. Who doesn't want a free trip? I know I do. Next one is Team Cup, starts January 16th. This is just, a friendly competition, and prizes are rewarded for people who for the teams that have the most points, or if you earn a certain number of points. It consists of teams of 5, and you can only have one diamond coach on your team. So everybody should definitely participate in this. So again, it's all based on Success Club points, and we know Success Club is what drives us, our business. And there's nothing better than a friendly competition where you're, earning more prizes than we already do. So start thinking about who you want to, I say shack up with or pair up with, I guess. Also, don't forget, if you haven't already registered, Summit, let's start talking about Summit because it's only 7 months away at this point, is July 2017 in New Orleans. If you haven't gotten your ticket, I highly recommend it. There is a way to earn I think it's for next year, your free Summit ticket is if you earn team leader within your first 12 months of being a coach. So that's on the leadership ladder if you get to team leader. Also, if you did not see, there is a huge mentoring opportunity that is taking place within, I guess, Diesel Nation. It's Bonnie Engel, Christina Delgado, Melanie Mitro, Miguel, Alyssa Shoemaker, and I can't remember that other coach again for some reason. But they are doing an elite premier mentoring group. In order to qualify for this group, you do have to be diamond. You have to hit Success Club in January, and you do have to have one coach who's hit Success Club as well in January to get in. So if you're pushing for diamond, keep pushing because it's definitely possible. I mean, people like Erica, I believe, hit it in 2 months. So there's no reason that it can't be done. I know I've heard people do it in like a month. So it's definitely a huge incentive to be mentored by some of the top people in the business. I know I definitely want in on that group because I'm pushing for elite, and it's just a great opportunity to learn from the best in the business. All right, so that's all the news that I have because I'm super excited to jump into our guest speaker tonight. So some of you may know her, some of you may not. Our guest speaker tonight is Ashley Wallace. Ashley is a wife. She's a mom of 3. She is a virtual assistant. She's a social media guru. She right now lives in Knoxville, Tennessee. She previously was a coach who fell in love with the business coaching and helping coaches transform their businesses through branding and niche marketing. And she's also the founder of her Social Mom Boss and Mom Boss Empire. And I just had my first, Spark?
A brand spark session.
A brand spark session. And let me tell you, when I was done, I was a little overwhelmed. But I felt so alive afterwards. I was like, oh my God, this is exactly what I need for my business right now. That I think it's the only thing I've talked about all week to anybody who's coaching, who I've run into. And I think she's probably sick of me messaging her at this point because I'm just so excited to get going, because her knowledge is incredible, and what she knows about social media, I think it can really change your business. So, after speaking to her, I'm like, God, everybody has to hear her, and she has great business opportunities to offer as well. So once you listen to what she has to say about branding your business and finding your niche, then she's also going to share about how she can help you personally on a one-on-one level like she's doing with me right now. So Ashley, the floor is all yours, girlfriend.
Well, thank you so much. That's like the first time anybody's read like my accolades, I guess. And so that was kind of cool. So thank you so much. I'm really excited to be here, and I'm really honored that you wanted me on your call. So that's pretty cool. So thank you for that. I don't want to waste too much time, and I know it gets late, and I know you guys ladies want to get off of here. So I'm just going to dive right in. And tonight we're going to kind of talk about niche marketing, what it is and why it's so important. And then we're going to also talk about how you can find your niche. So I'll give you just a couple things to think about when you're thinking and trying to develop your niche and your brand. And then the last part, I'll just give you guys a couple things that I'm doing, and if you guys want some help one-on-one, and what I do outside of hosting this call. So, first of all, I'm just going to give you guys a couple of reasons that niche marketing is so important. And I think the first and foremost reason is that when you are not, and you don't have a niche or a target market, you're trying to be everything to everybody, and you end up spreading yourself super, super, super thin. In niche marketing, you're able to kind of hone in on just a couple of topics, really become an expert, and market yourself as somebody who's very knowledgeable in just a few subjects, rather than just knowing a little about everything. You'll be able to easily identify and talk to your leads. And I think that one's huge, as all of this is huge, but that one as well. When you're inviting, I know that's like probably everybody's least favorite topic. Like, raise your hand if that's your least favorite thing to do is invite. Yeah, right? Okay. So when you have a target market, when you have a niche market, starting up those conversations becomes a lot easier because you have something that you can already identify with them. You're not messaging Aunt Sue's uncle's cousin. You're messaging somebody who's just like you, who fits your demographic, who you have something already in common with outside of Beachbody, that you can connect with them on a deeper and a different level. And so that will help making these conversations go a lot smoother and not feel so icky when you start in that inviting process. You'll start to get more and better qualified leads and referrals. So if you, for example, can your target market being women that have suffer with Parkinson's disease or other diseases like it, if you become an expert and somebody of knowledge in that, in that field, somebody's going to know that, and they're going to know, like, Kim's the girl to go to, and then you'll get leads that are more qualified and referrals that are more qualified in that sense. And then the last piece is that marketing becomes a lot easier. When you have a target market and you know who you want to talk to and you know what you want to talk to them about, your whole marketing plan and your whole posting schedule and everything becomes a lot easier to follow. Because instead of trying to make sure that you post something motivational and something about clean eating and something about fitness and something other else related, you can focus on posting something that is related to your target market and to your demographic, instead of trying to like copy and pull from other coaches. So those are just a couple of reasons that niche marketing is so important. So I hope you guys kind of get the concept behind it. Niche marketing is really developing a super specific audience and a super specific set of things that you want to talk about inside and outside of Beachbody. So moving on, I want to give you guys a couple tips in finding and thinking about when you're thinking about your niche and how to find it and what qualifies as being a niche. So the first thing that you want to think about is, what do you have to offer outside of Beachbody, outside of health and fitness? What information do you know? What information do you love? What are things that you can talk about for hours and hours and hours outside of health and fitness? What are your passions, hobbies, things that you like to do in your spare time? What is your family dynamic? Are you a single mom? Are you married? Are you Christian? Are you a military wife or military spouse? And then another thing to think about is your life stage. So are you young 20s? Are you in your 40s plus? Are you a teacher? You can think about your job and what you do. Are you a stay-at-home mom? Are you a working mom? Are you a part-time mom? Is coaching if that's your full-time business? What other things do you do outside of just coaching? Two other little things that you can do to find your niche are think about, do you have people coming to you over one specific topic? Like, do you get requests for certain things from certain people all the time? An example of that might be, I don't know if you guys know who Shiva Latifi is. She used to be, I don't think she's coaching anymore, but she was an elite coach back when I was coaching, and she became a bikini competitor. So most of the people that she was coaching, most of the people that were in her challenge groups were women that were wanting to be on stage and want to compete. And so that was something that she was able to niche herself as somebody that could help you prep for that. And then the last one that's kind of unique is, what is something that you want to learn and dive more into? And you can use your experience of learning about that topic as a niche and as a brand. So if you want to learn to, if like Shiva did, if you want to learn what it takes to be a bikini competitor, you can market yourself as such, and somebody who can share their knowledge and share their journey through that. Does anybody have any questions? Kim, do you want to let anybody ask questions if they have?
Yeah, no, absolutely. If you have questions, you can either unmute yourself, or if you want to post them in the chat. Is this making sense to everybody, the purpose of finding your niche market?
Bim, can I talk about what happened with mine?
Absolutely, Rocky. You have experience with Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. I started trying to find my niche market way back in March because my news feed, I'm a retired cop, so most of my news feed are retired cops who still like to go to coffee shops and donut shops and stuff. Okay, so I have a lot of mail, but my struggles was with autism, and I was trying to build my niche with autism and posting in my news feed, and only just my community of autism moms were getting me, and understanding and what have you. And I needed to find that market, and I had to take a step back because that's me. I could talk about autism all day long and what it did to my life and what it did to our family life, and how it almost destroyed my marriage, and how my husband and I just really thought we hated each other, and we've told each other several times we hated each other through this whole ordeal. It was nasty, it was disgusting, it was awful, and I feel that. So I didn't have the time to build my community. I had already been coaching for a while, and I wanted to find my niche, and I wasn't doing it. So I hired Ashley to do my blog, and she got it up and running within a week. And we started running ads. And right now I have 417 women in my online community. And I go live with them and I talk with them. And the passion is just there. It just comes so naturally. It just feels so right. It feels so good. I even did a Zoom live workshop to teach them how I taught Gabby how to talk. So they know I've been through 14 years almost with her on the spectrum. And I have moms who are just newly diagnosed. So they're hanging on to everything, and they then friend me and they see me as a Beachbody coach on my personal newsfeed. And that's where the beauty happens, because I don't spill anything Beachbody in the community. They know I work out. They know I eat healthy. I share healthy tips. I share about health and fitness, but not Beachbody. I invite them to my free clean eating groups and crock-pot groups, and that's where I'm engaging with them more. But my community group is for that, for me to talk about life, like Bim would talk about life with the disease. Okay, and then I had 90 women come to my crock-pot group, and I'm engaging with those women separately from the community about their health and fitness and building a rapport. It's a whole process. You just can't go right at them. They're fragile. They're fragile. These are fragile women who are under a lot of stress. So you've got to build, like what we said in the FBI, you have to cultivate an informant before an informant will trust you. And that's what I'm using as building my community. I'm cultivating people. I'm turning them into informants. I'm using my knowledge from that as an FBI agent to help me cultivate these moms and build them the right way, because they need more than just the program because of the disability that they have to deal with every day. And I lived it. So my niche and my community is alive. They are nonstop in that community. It runs by itself. And then I just pop in, so it's self-running, which is perfect. And we just did a pen pal project. I just sent everybody their pen pals. So now their kids are involved. So they're happy their kids are getting mail from other kids because they're lonely. Their kids don't have friends. So it's a community I'm building separately and building the trust. So it does work, but you really have to be in touch with that niche. It really does make a difference because you feel so relaxed talking to everybody. So that's my take. But I love Ashley. She's awesome.
Thanks, Rocky.
Ashley, can you touch on, I know Rocky said a few times about the community group. Can you share exactly what that is?
Right. So your community Facebook group, and I want to talk about first why it's so important to run a community group versus just your like page. So I was just doing actually some research into this week. The Facebook, if you have a Facebook like page, your organic reach to your followers, to your audience, is 6%. So that means if you have 1,000 followers or 1,000 likes on your page, only 60 people of those 1,000 are actually seeing your post. And then engagement goes down from there. In your community group, people are notified. They see when you post, when they see when other people post, there's more interaction, there's more comments, and you're really able to cultivate, like Rocky was saying, a relationship and a long-term relationship with these people versus just posting on your like page, and there's not that much interaction between those, between you and the follower. So the idea of this community group is providing a Facebook group, a community of people that are in your target market. So if your target market is moms of autism or women with Parkinson's, when I went through this process before, my target market was moms who suffered with postpartum depression. And so my community group was all around moms who are suffering with postpartum right after having children, you know, how to get out of that, how to feel better, and how to really break through that depression without, you know, taking a bunch of pills and things. Where Beachbody is unique in the product that it sells is that with Beachbody, you're selling a lifestyle change. You're selling a product that is going to change these people's lives, you know, forever. As long as everybody's doing the product and following the nutrition, and then once they get into the coaching aspect of the personal development. So building that long-term, deep relationship with them is really, really important. And they're able to do that in that community group.
And I think something that you told me when we spoke too was that it's really important to know that obviously this whole process takes time too. You're not just going to build your community overnight and people are going to trust you, like Rocky says too. Like, it takes a while for people to start to build the trust. And then once they start to really get to know you and then they see your lifestyle, that's where they're going to buy into Beachbody, you know, and what you, like you said, what your products offer is going to help them, or the products they offer is going to help them.
Yeah, right. So this isn't an overnight success system, you guys. This is a system that you're going to put in place. It's going to take a little while, but you're going to start building momentum, and you're going to start seeing as you build that momentum eventually snowball, and it to turn it into an automated system where you are automatically people reaching out to you, people coming to you for what you have going on. So yeah, it's not an overnight success, but it works, and it's a way to start building deeper relationships, and relationships that are more meaningful versus trying to go through the five step invite process into getting these people into your into a challenge group.
And one other thing too, Ashley, is like I started my community group right at Thanksgiving. So it's grown from Thanksgiving to now to 417 or so, something like that. My like page went crazy and increased and stuff. But like Ashley says, I can post and I barely get a like or here and there on the like page unless I run an ad and boost it. But I'm running it to the people that I want to see it. It depends on what the ad is. If it's for free clean, that's all I'm going to do is run my free clean groups and things like that on my ads on my like page to the people who already liked the page. But in my Crock-Pot group, I had a mom, and she actually purchased the All Access Pass. Woohoo! You know? So what happens now is she's commenting on my personal news feed where I've had other moms who have friend requested me from my community, and they know her. So now they know she's doing what Rocky's doing. So eventually it's going to get contagious, and you know, the other moms are going to want it when they see a mom that they just met on the community follow it. You know what I'm saying? So I could see how it will start to snowball. And then she's commenting in the community group, you know, that she just finished working out or what have you. So now they're seeing another mom in the group who just started working out, and then they notice that she's working on something that Rocky put her on. So I could see the whole picture starting to come together. And, you know, I actually got one person from that group to do the All Access, which is if you think about it, I cultivated her from just Thanksgiving to December 31st. So that really was just a 4-week period that I had to build that relationship up. So I thought that was a pretty successful on a cold lead.
Yeah, awesome. I've been working with Rocky. We've been working with each other since November and helping her through this process. So with all that being said, I wanted to kind of let you guys know what I have that I can help you with and what I can offer as a branding coach outside of just this team call. I hope this helped you guys kind of think about your brand and who your target market is. But if you guys need help, I did this with Kim, and I did this kind of with Rocky before this brand Spark Session was even what it is. So the brand Spark Session is a 2-hour phone call, and I know that's a long time, but it's about how long it takes to kind of get this off the ground. In that 2-hour call, we go over kind of all of these elements that we talked about tonight. So who you are, what your brand is, what you can offer outside of Beachbody, what your knowledge is in, what your passions and interests are. And so that's the first part of it. That second part is taking that knowledge and those passions and interests and turning that into a brand and figuring out what your message is and really what you're going to start sharing and what you're going to start posting about on social media and this idea of the community group. The third part of the call is really developing that community group and the offers that you're going to put within the community group. So with Rocky, we did her Autism Mom Strong community group, and she has a pen pal project. And with that pen pal project, she's able to start collecting emails and to do email marketing. And so that's something that she has in place. Kim, when we did hers were 10 tips to reduce anxiety. So that's just a quick little download and report that we're putting together for her group. So I will help you create your group, what you should be offering, what the content that you should be posting in the group. And then the last part of the call is an action plan. And we will go step by step what you need to do to get your business launched, to get your brand launched. Once we wrap up that call, I will then send you your action plan, the things that we talked about. So that way you have a little checklist to go off of, as you're getting ready to launch this. So that call I offer for $99. It's a 2-hour call. I gave Kim a discount code for you guys for that call that'll allow you guys to get the call for 50% off. So it'll be $49.99 instead. So Kim has all of the information for the discounts, how to schedule that with me, and how to get in touch with me outside of this team call in order to get that going if it's something you guys are interested in. You definitely don't have to. It's definitely not, but if you guys need the help and you want the extra help in getting this stuff together, definitely take advantage of that.
Awesome. Anything else, Ashley?
No, I think that's it.
Does anybody else have any questions for her regarding any of the information she shared or her branding session, her Spark session? No?
No question.
I was just going to say again, I'm super excited for what the future holds after speaking with her. I think I already said this, but I'm going to say it again. It literally, it just lit a whole new fire underneath me because I feel like I really have a focus now. And especially because the action plan, it's literally step by step of what you have to do within the marketing process to get these leads into your free community group. And if you guys know, there's somebody on our downline that kind of went through the whole process too. And I mean, every month she's hitting SC 20 something, SC 30 something. And, she has this huge community group that has over 1,000 women in it that are, based on her niche too. So, I mean, it definitely shows that it works. That's it. Obviously do what you guys want to do. But after a meeting with her, I was just so excited. I was like, oh my God, everybody has to know about Ashley. That's it.
Thank you. My husband is sitting here listening because he's in awe. He's so proud. But thank you guys so much. I'll let you guys get to your regular call, talk, and stuff. But Kim has all of my information to get a hold of me.
Yep, I'll post it afterwards for sure.
All right. Thanks, Doll. Thanks for letting me come on here. Bye, you guys.
Bye, Ashley. If you guys want to stay on a few more minutes too, it's totally up to you. But I was going to say too, she started doing I had a website she was working for if you guys know the Practical Social Media University, and she recently quit and she started doing this basically what they do, but on her own, more of a one-on-one instead of it being you're part of a university doing an online course by yourself. And I was part of that university, and I need somebody to help me hold my hand step by step when I do something. And that's why I feel like this is so much more successful. But she's working on, obviously I'm paying her, but she's Rocky did. She's working. So she's taking my website that I had, she converted it over to another platform. She's helping me get my post up, my blog up and running. So it's really helpful to have somebody holding your hand every step of the way. And I'm going to post when I post in my group, and I'll share it with Danielle and Erica and everybody else in Soundline who's on here. She has her own Facebook group too, the Mom Boss, I think the Mom Boss it's called. And she gives you tips, about, branding your business and running it. And tomorrow night, I know she's doing a live call on her page. It's free to get on. And she talks about it. I think her call tomorrow night is on the community group. So it's probably something you may want to listen to if this is what you're interested in, gearing your business in that direction, which is probably really helpful. So that's about it. Does anybody else have questions or anything they want to share before we hang up?
What I use her to now, because she is I have her as my VA, and sometimes I have her there to run all my ads, to just get rid of all the clutter and stuff, so I can focus on the first PM messages and my family, and what have you, because it's a commitment that I'm gonna do. This is my business, and my husband knows that, and we're running it like a business. We've incorporated like a business. I've leased my car like a business. It's my business, so I'm gonna build my business. And but trying to build it like BIM, I'm not techie savvy, and that clutter was taking me too long to do and putting me under a lot of stress. So I hired her to do that. It's a tax deduction. My husband says we need a break, so I paid for it. So when you're a small business person and you want to make it a long-term dream and goal, and you have a goal, you have to invest in your business however you feel is necessary. So it all depends on what your vision is. And my ultimate goal is to open a center here for therapy for kids on the autism spectrum, to come in for speech, and to come in for behavior therapy, come in for music lessons, come in for tutoring, and have a gym for the moms to take care of themselves. Because all these therapies are useless if the moms are exhausted and unable and don't have what it takes to implement the strategies that are being told to them to do at home, because they're too exhausted. And that's where I was. And that's my ultimate dream. So Beachbody is helping me get there. I'm building that community. And then I'm in the process of filing my 501c so that I can start getting donations, so that I can keep building and get my building done. So I have a huge vision, and Beachbody is helping me get there. So you have to have that desire to be that this is your job. This is it. This is your business. And I use her because I suck at photoshopping my photos. So as soon as I take a picture, I send it to her, she sends it back to me, and she makes it all pretty for me. Because she's going to sit down for my Spark session to show me how to do that. That's what I'm going to pay her this month to do. She's going to train me on which apps that she's using, because I got 1 million of them, and you don't need 1 million of them. You just need that right one to have your color scheme and everything always kind of be you, so that people notice you in the newsfeed, that's you, instead of all over the place. So that's how I'm using her this month, because my blog is done, my like page is done, my community is moving, and now I can focus on all those PM messages, and I can focus on trying to get that Success Club every single month now, because I have my niche. So it's worth it. It was an investment. But it's a lot of work. But if you're going to run it as a business, then that's what a small business person does. You got to put in the hours.
Thank you, Rocky. Thank you, everybody, so much for getting on. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you guys have a great week and finish. Hold on, Erica. Go, Erica. Hi, Erica.
Hi. I just wanted to let y'all's team know that tomorrow, I know that Ashley's call is, I think, at 9, but at 8 there is at 6 there is a vision party from Andrea Crowder. She is an elite coach. She is like amazing, and she's going to be talking about like manifesting money and just really awesome things about putting things in the universe. She really loves the Universe Has Your Back book. And so it's open to everyone, and you can sign up to join on. It's free. At her website is.
Can you send me the link, and then I'll send it to Danielle too?
Yeah, but just FYI, it's visionparty2017.com. It's so cool.
Oh, it's a website.
It's so cool.
2017.
So that's at 6 tomorrow, but you have to register. So I just thought you guys would want to know that, because she's going to talk about how to like make your vision come to fruition.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Awesome.
Thanks for talking.
Yeah. Anybody else before we hang up? No. All right. Nighty night, guys.